Hi, I'm Rabbi Aaron Bergman, and I know we are all going through just such a difficult, complicated time that most of us never could have imagined, even a few weeks ago, that we would be in this situation. So, what I'd like to do, beginning today, is share with you some teachings from Judaism that have been really, really important to me in getting through difficult times, and I hope they're helpful. The first thing I want to bring up is a very famous teaching, but hopefully you can think about it in a little bit of a different way. Rabbi Hillel says, "Im enani li mili, if I am not for myself, who am I? Ukshani la'atzmi ma'ani, but if I'm only for myself, what am I?" And then he concludes with, "Ve'im lo achshav ematai." So it starts with, if I am not for myself, who will be? And I think it's very important that it starts with ourselves. It's not selfish to worry about ourselves and to take care of ourselves first, because then we can be strong for other people. If we are just worried about other people and not ourselves, then we are going to be weakened, we are going to be more stressed, it's going to be much more difficult for us. But we can't only be concerned about ourselves. It then says, when we think about other people, if we don't, then what are we really? Part of the essence of being a human being is caring about other people. So there has to be a balance. You got to take care of yourself, and then you look to take care of others. And then it ends with ve'im lo achshav ematai. If not now, when? And I think this means that if you don't start taking care of yourself right now, then when are you going to? You can't wait for the world to be perfect and all your loved ones to all be cared for and everything straightened out. You'll just be burned out and you won't be of help to anyone, not to yourself, not to others. So Rabbi Hillel, who went through some very, very difficult times in Jewish history, he said the best thing we can do is to take care of ourselves in a meaningful way that's not selfish, and then find a way to look out for others, and we have to start doing this right now. The other teaching that I want to bring today is a very simple one. It's one that we say every single morning when we wake up, and it's moda'ani. It's moda'ani in masculine, moda'ani feminine, or if you prefer plural, modim anachnu. And the word modeh means thankful, but it also means to acknowledge the reality of our lives. That this is what it is, but it's really mostly okay. There are some very difficult, very, very challenging things, but a lot of things are still good in the world. I knew someone who was suffering from a lot of illness, and she said to me that she tried to focus on all the parts of her that were still healthy. She wouldn't say, "I am sick." She would say, "There is sickness within me, there is wellness within me." And I think we have to look at the world that way too. I think people are just very scared, very frustrated, very nervous, and that's okay. It's a very human reaction, but I think we also have to look at the same time that things are still working. Humanity is still here. We're still trying to do good things. And the second part of that, of Modeh, is ani, which means I. You can only be yourself. You can only be who you are. There is no such thing as perfect. If you wait for to think that you could be perfect and you could handle everything properly, and you are so hard on yourselves for not handling things properly, then you're just going to be stressed and burned out. You can only be yourself. You can only do the best that you can. No one expects anyone to be perfect. We just try to have to work at it a little bit each day, try to do our part. So that's how we wake up in the morning. We may not get it all right during the day. I can guarantee you we are not going to get it all right during the day. But the next morning we can begin with a little bit of optimism and say, I am thankful for the opportunity to be myself and to face the world as myself. And if we all do that together, I think we're going to be okay. Talk to you soon.